Welcome. This is a Lionsgate recap. Today is August 28th, 2024. I'm gonna switch to the slide and find the share.
Same thing.
What happened? What happened?
There's a liquid in that.
In a chocolate?
Exact same thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. What what is it? Like a liquor or something?
No, it's delicious, but it's like a truffle or with a liquid center.
Oh,
You don't know that till you.
you bite into it. Yeah. Sorry about that. We just have some chocolate accident here. Happy accident.
Great group photo there.
You have to put everything, the whole chocolate in a mouth, right?
Probably. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. Don't bite into it, Marina. Just swallow as a whole. Sorry, I had no idea. It's the first time I.
They're delicious though.
Oh, that's good. That's all they count. It's a chocolate. Haha. Okay, sorry about that. So just some of the picture. I love this picture just because very bright outside and see some less familiar face. And that one's not all, but many of you are in here.
Yeah, it's a great group photo. Where was the shot again?
It was in Asbury Park. Yeah, Asbury Park.
Oh, cool.
It's a beach. It's this is downtown area, and this
Yeah,
is
when you do the sunrise ocean meditations.
yeah, that's it. And then this was a shot. I'm pretty sure by Diane. I just loved it the way she captured the light. And look at this. It's a Christ footprint. Yeah, footprint
No,
of.
you grab that random guy walking down the sidewalk.
I'm sorry. Oh, this one, this little one.
No, that one's Diane's, but the group picture, we
This?
just all gathered and a guy was walking down the sidewalk and they just handed him the camera and he took the picture.
Oh yeah, yes.
It's like, hey, you, take this camera, take a
Yeah,
picture of us.
very happy. Happily did that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny.
Oh, wow. All right. Anyway, thank you. And then I put all the photos in a Google Drive, and then I promise you to make an album, but I haven't done it yet, but I will. At least it's everything is in that box, the folder, and anybody who could access and do whatever you should do. But it was funny because sun didn't come right out, right at the horizon because it's a cloud but then it as soon as when the Harris was toning and also the sun showed up, it was kind of magical moment. Okay, I love that when clouds covering because you could see the more light, that way it shines through. Anyway, yeah, I love the picture. I don't think I need to go over, but it's a Gates affiliation that this is another reason, right? We probably need to go Ireland and England to visit those power points, the gates, someday. Not too far. And of course, Hawaii. Actually, there is also power energy point in Maui too that have a more Lemurian energy. My favorite place is Hawaii though. This is side. It's funny because this is opposite. How do you take this picture unless you flip it? But anyway, this is known as Sleeping Beauty. This is a woman laying down. Yeah. And then this one supposedly they're doing like this, like playing a playing position. But this part of the point is a gate toward the fifth dimension. I really wanted to take the Sakanya and who else was it? Oh, I can't remember the name, but anyway, yes, yes. It was such a muddy part of it. We are able to stay the Airbnb right next to this mountain. That was a good one. And this is France. The reason I'm showing this is there are a lot of gate. SG is a Stargate, and Q is a Q site, and A is an arc. So those are all energetically related. Basically, Q site is the one that trigger the opening of the gate, and the arc site has to be activated way before for that to happen. So kind of chain reaction. So theoretically, any of those points, you'll be able to feel the other. So the Kawaii is a Q site to the Stargate 12 of the France of Montsegur. Am I pronouncing right? Whatever the reason, I love this, but the story is horrific. I'm trying to think of it. I believe the woman's name is Kathar. It's a shorter name of Kathara. That's a teaching that we're gonna learn this fall more extensively if you're interested in it. So that's what the opening of a gate, the highest gate, 12. Anyway, let's move on. Sorry, just gonna pass through this because it's already covered. And then so here's the one that we practice all the time, the Mahalik seal. And we could also sing a song and do the exactly same thing. Mahalata kumai bektai. Irebo kayo vivi umbai bektai. Remember that? Mahalata bektai orore yorau. So that's the same thing. Same thing happen when you sing. So it's a little bit easier version of it. But the reason I am showing this one is that because of those Stargate sites being activated, we could use this to protect our own personal field, which is the chakra 12 that make the pillar. You see this one connected to the chakra 13, which is a core of the earth, all the way up to the 12, which also above your head, and which connect to the much deeper space. Now, this is a forming is a pillar, so it's a pillar of light coming down on you, basically, right? And then that is your own ray, the light that connect to your source. So when it's being fully active, nothing will going through this pillar unless that is matched to you. So this is a pillar of light. Every time you do that, you just restrains your personal field. Okay, just outer field. Now, we did some of the shadow healing together a couple of times actually. Or for those who didn't do it, we still did the test. Remember we failed that test? So shadow healing, if you've been doing this, it will form this pillar from core. So more you do the shadow healing, you open up this core that for the inside of your body. You're going through the light to your own light direct to the source. So this is a form of the flame, and it become larger and larger and form of a teardrop shape. And once open enough, the teardrop shape of the flame engulf entire your auric field. So the Mahalik seal will create the outer field, and in shadow healing, as you heal your shadow, you open up all the internal flame. So internal, this pillar will going widen toward outer pillar. You understand what I'm trying to say? So obviously that's even more powerful than just having outer, your outside and inner flame. Yeah, it's both activated, you become invincible. So that is a kind of training that we've been doing together. So that's why you also did the shadow healing test and match your, where you are at your journey, as well as which pillar of the flame, teardrop, the color, or collectively you're belonging to at this moment of time that will guiding you right now for whatever the reason. So it's great to have a meditation with under that color that it's dominating at this point. I think some of you had an all color, right? I think I remember Jeffrey had all the color equally. So those
Yeah.
are, yeah. So those are like a very powerful because you're whole. So you came to the point of union, the wholeness. So you hold all the Trinity, your embodiment of Trinity, right? So it is the one of the best state. All right, that was a song. I guess we could sing a song. And then we did the Song of Orion, which is calling of the back to source. Omeda in Patua. And I encourage you all, anytime you feel like you wanna kind of do this, please repeat in your mind or sing along or meditate with it and see, how you could activate your 8th chakra. Maybe have a dream, different kind of dream. Become more lucid. Okay, so I'm so glad Marina mentioned actually. She noticed about the difference with this hand putting. Remember we did the hand things, and actually it is different, but it is okay. I'm so glad I have an opportunity to read, not collection, but to accurately describe what this is. There are actually 2 sets. Okay, I do remember people online use this. This is a master healing code, which is to upgrade your Reiki power to the higher frequency. So you also maintain a current Reiki band width, but this will add you to the next 2 level of the I call heaven, 2 higher heavens. So what I'm talking about is the Reiki could heal you, the past, present, and future self, right? But this one will be able to reach to beyond it. So your soul group, your avatar self, and your spirit group, right? Because we're all going through the karmic time and going through the healing. So this one, you actually be able to reach to that level, and sometime some entity or some being that doesn't have a human form will come to you to seek the help because of that you have this access and healing power. So, I be honest, once you do it, you could become that. Yes, it could happen for some people, but this is kind of teaching that came to the end of maybe after, series of, practice. But I do believe because of the timing now, as a collective, if you do this, you have a far better chance to get it, right? To have a faith on yourself. So I actually do a lot of time when clients come, I have the print out right there. So just place my hand over before the Reiki session. And that's how easy it can be. So this is the one we could do together now. But I believe Marina picked that one, right?
Yeah, we had 4 of them.
We had that in a card. Okay. So this is a master healing code for go all the way up to the inner world and then beyond. So it's called God's world, right? We are like one of the first heaven, and this code is just the second, third, and fourth. Maybe it could be over them, but hey, if it's available, may as well. So that's this one that we did all the activation. And the second one, this was one in a card going around. So this is if you really want to be procedural, this one is supposedly, this one is, you could do this before that. So this is called Christ activation imprint or manifestation wheel. So that one on the right that you place on the right hand over, it is a manifestation. There is a power to manifest from non-physical to physical, or vice versa. Okay, it's actually quite a commanding code, and for some people may be scared. Well, what happened if I manifest something, malicious by not intended to do so, but So that's kind of scary, right? Why this code is floating around like this? But it's actually come with this, the Mahadra Adharana. So this is the covenant that we basically made a promise or contract with the highest creator, God, whatever the source, whatever you want to believe in. This is the covenant, right? No harm. It is basically you are under the all living things, that everything is in equal, right? Everything has a equal meaning and words. It's basically law of one, if you know what I'm talking about. And we have a contract to exist, called existing contract. Whenever we enter this world, God world, we all supposedly sign an existing contract that simply mean to exist. You are asked to exist. And I guess partially also create. If we in a lower heavens, we will need to create. So meaning that life, death, and rebirth cycle. Now, when you go in a higher level of the God's world, you no longer require to create. Just to exist and experience, or could be observed. But anyway, we are still in creation. So this is why given to as a set. This is the Ark of Covenant, and then also the creation wheel. So you have a power to create the world you wish or desire to exist, right? So that was the code. So unless people overwhelmingly want to do this, I just gonna mention and okay. I'm gonna proceed, but that's why thank you, Marina, the pointing that out. Otherwise, I even think to look back and then wait a minute. I used to remember this, and I had to look for this, file. So here we are. All right. And I am created. I think we didn't do this one. I could get back to that at some point. This is a very powerful grid. Whatever you say after the I am, you're gonna identify yourself as. So I'm not sure. Some of you might remember when you manifest yourself into this world from the spirit body. Everybody was supposed to say I am, and poof, you appear. So that's how powerful this sound tone is. I am. So you could just say I am if you really don't want to have a word after. But if you have a very strong desire or intent to heal or intent to whatever, out here is the grid, the power grid. You could say this, I am one with the cosmic mind. You could say all this. And then before you close the end, so it is, you're going to say, I am whatever you wish to be 3 times. And then that's it. In a closing statement, you step out of the energy wheel that you created. So we will continue to stand the vortex. Okay, the standing, the energy. So that is the intention. So when you say set intention, have you ever thought about what that is? Intention is energy form that stay put, whatever the place you put it in. So it's important, if it's very serious about the intention, you step out of it yourself. So continue to hold your intent. So bring the energy, because it is not usually somebody responds like this quickly. Some of the intent is so heavy that a lot of things need to line up. So you need to continue to repeat the intention, or you need to use a grid or crystal to hold that your intention so it will come in time. In order to do that, you need to step yourself out of it, because we are emotional beings. We change so many times throughout the day. Your intention you set could be contaminated or changed based on your emotional state. So unless you really be able to, stay in the same way, I can't. So I usually step out. So that's why you say some closing statement always. And in a Reiki, when you end, you do the in cleansing, right? And you're stepping out of it. You're disengaging that energy. You're out of that. So you do this and you step out of it, whatever the closing statement you wish. I like Taija and the Doe. You say 3 times, step back. I want to stay in that grid. Now, I hope you remember to come back to the grid at some point. That you created, you step into it to receive the manifested, the reality you set forth. So have some place, you do the meditation, set intention is very powerful. So that is a grid. I am grid. It's same thing apply for the Reiki crystal grid, right? That's why we have a grid, and that's why we have like additional hands to hold our prayer.
So, help me understand. So this is something we need to do individually.
Yeah, we could do individually, we could do as a collective. We actually kind of skip during a Lionsgate because we're so focused on individual things, opening a 8th chakra. But that's something we could do together or individually. So to do this one, this is very good to do it.
Is it separately or
This one first, and then I am good, and then
we will do it today, or
we're gonna do it today if you want to. If everybody else wants to.
I'm just asking. What is your plan for?
Oh, I wasn't going to because I was just trying to recap today, and then do more Q&A and kind of things. But we can if everybody else is interested in it.
If we do it not today, so we need to create the crystal grid or treat all of this, or what is the steps?
So if you do it as a group, the very best thing is everybody did some type of shadow work. And then it's better because the reason is that we could do this. We sing a song as a group. We have a Mahariku seal. That's pretty easy. Well, I shouldn't say easy, but it's very achievable. But then if someone hasn't done, I don't know the best way to say, if somebody's have a shadow dancer that hasn't been cleared, that's become our entire, will overtake that grid sometime. So that's and then that's actually worse to do a group, as a group. Do you understand? It's a group energy things. So I'm that's why the test is important. If everybody has a clear like over 20 on the first one, I think we're ready to go. Right. I don't know other people who are seeing, and then this exercise become very powerful one. This grid, because what are we doing now is not only achieving your personal mission, but your collective mission. And then some of you has its own, like if you see astrology chart, you could tell you have your task to the additional mission. If you have a kite structure, that's one thing. There's a couple of other things that telltale sign that you have a collective mission, to clear, let's say. But if you are here, most likely it's one of two things: you have a collective mission to accomplish in this life, or you are ready to go to the next level after this lifetime. That's why likely you're listening to this. So this is pretty relevant, because but I just don't want to fling it. Do you know what I mean? I just want to do it. I want to ask everyone if you're comfortable with your shadow healing part, or you really feel in alignment with this activation and collective manifestation of I am grid. and we could do that. And you could also do yourself too. I'm gonna post this. You're gonna have this recording. You're gonna have this code. Okay. And I'm more than happy to do it with you as a class. And the timing is right. Everybody is kind of quiet. Please speak up if you have any question. I just want to stop before I go more. Anybody else has anything more to add or ask or?
I didn't do the shadow thing because I came late, remember? I didn't survey part, the questionnaire.
Yeah, okay. You could do it anytime. Dan, we still have a posting, right, in our chat group. I mean,
Because I couldn't get it to download on the computer, like however you had it. It wouldn't go through. I had time trying to get it to come down.
right. I have a printout here. Also, I think I downloaded it as somebody downloaded it as a PDF. I think you did, right, Marina? So we have a PDF form. I will repost that.
Okay. And
Yeah,
I'll try to get it as a PDF and then I'll do it.
yeah,
Actually take the test, so I don't know what it say.
yeah. So that's another thing. I wanted to review that test. If anybody else has any question, because this is something it changed over the time, course of the time. So I recommend that maybe every 6 months you do that and see. And if you had like a perfect, right, you may not want to do it again, but um it's not, this is not something that, how do you say this, pass or fail things. It's more of it's a milestone, kind of checking in where you're at. And then based off on that, you may want to do a little bit more particular meditation, or you may ready for the additional more advanced training. I know that somebody purchased Celestite, and part of it that you could use a Celestite crystal. It's called Ascension crystal. That's how you upgrade all your chakras and go beyond this physical constraint. So it happened coincide with healing the shadow, because the shadow sometimes takes a lot of your energy away, and it's not so much of shadow is wrong. It's a matter of we not knowing about the shadow, and shadow could be amazing. We just don't want to admit it, right? So it's not shadow is a negative thing. It's the problem is that there's a gap between us and shadow. We are not one with it. So the whole goal is to become one, or if it's not the shadow that you want to go with, you go into teach shadow or minimize the shadow, whatever it is, you're going to have a make some kind of agreement, energetic agreement. So that's what the shadow exercise. Now, if you have a really high score, that's actually also could be a serious issue because if you have an all too high score, that means you are like Joshua, like Christ 12, or you could be one of those dark avatar that those significant being really can see yourself, right? Sees through the objective perspective. So I don't think anybody's here that at all. But so the higher score is not necessarily good. Do you understand? You want to have a balanced score throughout, which is not so easy. And then the questionnaire, some of the questionnaire is very strange the way asked. I don't know, you remember? And you just have to ask your gut and just the most relevant. Oh, I can't. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not how I wanted to. But hopefully somebody gonna give to share the PDF version of the shadow test and answer. If I didn't get to it, I encourage you to all. So the most important thing is the first one. If you remember the triangle, the score, and feel free to share or ask in the group chat. And let me know whoever wants to, do this I am grid. If there's enough people, a couple people, we'll do it. And you could make a grid, you could make a grid as well. Yeah. Does anybody has a question on shadow self answer? Is everybody okay?
Could you just minimize what the shadow is in layman's terms and very succinctly? The shadow is, can you do that?
Yeah, it's basically undiscovered aspect of who you are.
Okay, that's good.
There's a book. It's a little bit old, but it's very well succinct.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, sorry. The reason she can't get it is because the documents on the Google Drive are
Yeah.
set to view only. That's why nobody can download them. It needs to be set to editor. We need to go back into Google Drive and change the setting.
Oh, if you view only, you can download it?
Thank you, Dan.
No, it's not downloadable in the view.
Oh, good.
Let me try to get to it, and I forgot I unmuted. Anyway, the epiphany is, oh, that's why nobody can get it. It's not shareable.
Well, but Marina seems to be downloaded though.
I downloaded the version that you shared last year. There was another version.
Oh, last year.
It's in my
Ah,
shared drive. That's how I saw it.
okay. So this is the answer. I have so many files. That's a problem. What do I need to do here?
You have to go to your Google Drive, go to the file,
Yeah.
and then save it as editor and not view. So when you get the share link needs to be as editor, not as viewer.
You can click on the share and change settings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not loading because it looks like my internet bandwidth is really bad.
So the links are good, but they're set to view. If you go to get the share link again, but get the share link for editor, then it will be downloadable. Yeah.
Through Brian.
Client.
As Brunette, I think. right?
Oh, editor.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Editor.
all of this. Mhm.
Why I can't do everybody?
Just click share, yeah.
But this is the individually game,
Yeah.
yeah? That's
Mhm.
really strange.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have-
Go back to the file itself.
okay. Oh, here you go. Anyone with a link editor?
View, yeah.
As editor. Yes. There you
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
Copy link. Done.
Mhm.
Okay. This is the answer, right?
Right. And then you'll have to do the same for the others. So share that link wherever in the Lionsgate chat, I guess. And then
Okay. I'm gonna go back to where is the shadow? No, not technique. Test. Answer.
the test is the third one. That one's the answers. The other one is the test.
This one.
That's the test. Yes.
Oh, here you go.
So you share as no, you have to
No?
share as
Here.
editor.
Here. Anyone with a link editor. I didn't know.
Yes. Yes. That's what hung me up on when I did the recording on Harris's computer
Yeah.
and I shared the links. That's where I learned about this. That if you do it to viewer, and so I went to the link and I said, oh no, they're set to viewer. We had to go into
Yeah, but
Harris's computer and all the phones,
want
forget
to
it.
change, right? But this is a PDF, it's okay. Why you can download it as a viewer? You should be able to.
No, it only lets you view. It will not let you download.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know it doesn't, but that's Google Docs for you.
Okay.
Yay,
Well,
Google
thank
Docs.
you, thank you. Now Connie could download it.
Yeah, she just needs the link.
Okay, I'll try my best.
Okay. No, it's really annoying when you have to add up all the number. But the questionnaire itself is not bad. It's gonna be 96 question. Each segment has, I think, 8 or 9 per each segment. And you know interesting exercise of triangle and circle and adding those numbers up and down. But it will give you the numerical kind of indicator of where you're at. I think to me the most I thought it's a useful thing, at least for me, for this test is know your most connection, the level of the soul or spirit, and that was, to me, that was very interesting. So it was useful. Anyway, so that was that. Yeah, so Connie, let me know. Please reach out anytime if you have if you did everything and have any question, interpret, reading.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. All right, and then we did a crystal healing, and then I don't actually remember we actually really did it or just introduced it. When we did a Reiki,
We talked about it with different people too.
yeah. Okay. We had to do this at some point. It's a really, this is a one way, but it's more give you some good idea, especially if you're doing for children and the people who are very highly empath and also who also has aware of other selves in a different place. Because the crystal could increase the frequency, so you could reach those the more sensitive places, area of who you are, aspect, I would say. And also the children, a lot of time, you can be next to them or sending a distant Reiki or not. And children are very sensitive. Some of the children are very sensitive, especially indigo generation. Now, when I say children and indigo, it could be adult and then indigo. So when I say children, that doesn't mean like little kids, only for little kids. But I give you example, if it's like an infant or little kid, the crystal is much better than place your hands over. So this is why the map, this is the reference will help you. And this is the example of a stone. So it doesn't need to be this stone, but it give you idea the color frequency. Anything similar to that work. Who have this humongous emerald anyway? Maybe some people do, but I have a raw emerald that also work. Or the similar tone, right? It's fine as well. Green aventurine. That's fine. So those are more affordable. So, but anyway, there's a different option here. Now, if you notice, this is mainly for not the chakra, but the blueprint of chakra. So this is 1 through 12. You see that? So once you activate it with this healing code, you will be able to effectively apply this technique. Now, this number also corresponds to the physical chakra. Okay? So if you have a root chakra problem, but then you could really treat the clients from the actual root cause of the root chakra, right? Which is here. We could place the crystal of your choice here from here to the place here, which is bottom away from the physical body. This is interesting. It is away, but it's more powerful. So you have all those picture here and relative placement of the crystal. So it's a little bit different from what you know, right? The placement of the blue template and actual physical chakra placement. But this is the different approach to heal people using the crystal. Another reason to hold different crystals or collect or purchase. Anyway, it's good to have a different type of crystals on the hand. So I just gonna stop here. Let's listen to the collective energy. So anybody else have any question? I want to say something. I thought Jeffrey gonna say something, but not. All right. It's very quiet people today. So let's proceed with the things that originally planned, and it looks like it's very relevant here. We're gonna do the toning exercise, and in case if you're interested in the grid work. So how many people heard of a grid work? Ley line and grid work? Maybe yes. Yeah. Have any of you participated those grid work? Or
Unconsciously, I think I did.
yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, cool. So now is a time, and when you're going back to the to or ascend or going back, it's kind of same thing. You will be finding more and more of your tribe. Tribe meaning it's your spiritual tribe and the membership. So it's really kind of interesting to remember. It's you're kind of going back to claim your membership. Now, if you are the angelic human, all of you are, at least you have a two resonance with the tribes. One of the 12 tribes, but you probably belong to at least two. Now, if you have a high coding, you have a more. So some people resonate more with the sound, and some people really strongly gravitate toward the particular one. Either way, wonderful if you feel familiar with any of this. So this is coming in a form of song, the tone. So it is more important for you to feel rather than think in a head. So the less you're thinking, it's the more you feel connected. So we're gonna try this. Let me just stop sharing and reshare again. So the sound's being shared equally well. It's on your member page. Okay. Where was the option share? Okay, share sound. I'm just gonna change it. You ready?
Oops. Well, I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, so before I just want to randomly play this song I don't know how many people heard. I think many of you did one, but just once. So this is a 12 tribe. I think it's similar to what Torah said, but it is actual authentic tribe name, and then that is not just belong to the particular sect. It actually the entire human belong to at least one, and likely two. Okay, so this is the 12 tribe song starting from 12 all the way to the one. Now, not necessarily higher number is better. Okay, so don't feel disappointed if you feel resonate well with the one or right. It is really purely that your resonance and your assignment is actually your positions. Okay, so this is the letter, and the bottom is how it's being pronounced. So that song goes through these 12 to 1. Now, Ra, that for 12, Aria Zorata Ra. So this is final sound, Ra, is called master tone. Master tone is a simple tone, but represent all of this. So I would like to focus on, yeah, of course, this phrase, but could be just simply this. Ra, da, ku, ke, oi, iu, ka, do, l, So if it's a large uppercase, we pronounce there's a K, O, M, O, E. But if it's a lowercase and uppercase, it's a da, ra. Do you get it? Okay. All right. So right, great. So first you could close your eye just to feel the sound of it. Okay. And then just to make a note. The one of the any of the tone resonate well with you. Okay, I just try to make it a loop for 12 times because that's what it's supposed to. But did you find any of the tone that you feel more aligned?
Mahuta.
Who?
Yeah.
Mahuta ku.
And in the Indian spell.
Do you want to listen one more time?
No, it's okay. I think the 5. Yeah. Yeah, not 2, 0.
Yeah. Okay, good. So remember the master. So ku and you, right? Anybody else?
I think number 9
Number 9.
did the most with me.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else?
I've always just loved
Yeah.
Just, I mean, it's just always,
Children,
it was one of the
yeah.
first chants I've ever learned and I got really good at it. and
Yeah,
that's why
yeah.
I feel very
I
strongly about that.
yes.
But we used to do one called and I don't see that on there, but maybe that's a different, I don't know, maybe it's.
Maybe this Ameka-san.
Ah.
Yeah. Is a sound of when the cosmos is come out. Which is the opposite side of this realm. It's this realm starts from E. The other side is So our how to say, the parallel cosmos is everything started with
I felt like I heard this before.
Yes, we did this.
Oh, I thought we did.
Yes, yeah. And then someone asked, I think, oh my God, I can't remember her name. She insisted I need to give her more information. I put more. It's not everything. And if you really resonate well with, you could read on where the original tribe is from. But then this is not complete list. Okay. So don't get disappointed that you don't see it. But some of them, like let's say
Right.
8, right? You go 8. China Zunzala Yung Chia Ya La Yung. Stargate DNA signet code. Blah 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 blah. Jian, China. That's where it is.
See, that's why I picked it.
Original yellow skin race and original brown skin races of Taklamakan Desert, Tibet, right? Maji Indigo gray line, original U Melchizedek, a Tibetan light brown skinned, light eyed race of Lopnor. It's like a tongue twister. Taklamakan, Tibet legend, before Necromyton and Rumi, Nephilim raiding, and U Chinese lineage. So this is like a mainly U Chinese lineage, the sound of Om. So it make, kind of, yeah, maybe that. So you could go back and forth, but then this is not the whole list. I know that. So but it's still nice to read. And somebody said, you said 10? Let's look at the 10. Mafuta Stargate. See the location and race is Stargate 10, Sumerian Persian Gulf, Abadan, Iran or Iran, Stargate 10. So Iran has a really huge and big energy point, a lot of gates there. And Al-Bashira, Iraq, Q-Site 10 area. Many family line fled to Saqqara, Egypt, and lay now called Afghanistan and Uzbekistan during the early Sumerian raid, continue to live under persecution of Leviathan Illuminati race. That's a scary race, like magic indigo gray line, light brown skin, light eyed, dark haired race, and dark eyed Essene, Melchizedek race of Persia. Oh, now most in Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, and Russia.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Huh?
Now it explains it all. Why I was born there.
Yeah.
In Russia.
Yeah. So many of us had a contract to repeatedly born into the Grail area, the Stargate area that we are supposed to protect, because only the same genetic code could open it. So that's why the hybridization, genes being either targeted, those people are targeted, right? Anyway, interesting things. This could be the side note. Stargate 3, the 3, Ameka-san et to do. Did anybody resonate with this? Do. I think it's a do. Do.
Yeah, I think that's me. I would have to listen one more time, but I was drawn to the
Oh.
three. Yeah.
Good. I mean, good. Cool. I think a good meaning that you have some sound that resonate well because I was like, I like this sound too. But I had to decide. Well, anyway. So yeah, it seemed to be the word America. It looks like it come from this.
From Brazil, America-san.
Yeah. So let's look at the 3. America-san et tu do. Signet code C location of races Stargate 3, Nohasa Atlantis. So that, do you remember the Noah's Ark?
Right.
Yeah. So supposedly that story, they merged 2 completely different events into the one story, but it actually happened. The one is the flood. A long time ago. It's happened to the region of Nohasa. The mostly down the ocean, but parts still exist in the parts of England and also Bermuda. That was a part of the Atlantis, and that's what the Nohasa is. Brown and a white skin race, Nepal, Baltic Sea, Himalayas. The indigo grail, indigo grail line, white druidics, what is it? Druid, right? Druid, basically, of Nohasa Atlantis. So I believe those only the particular line of Nohasa being saved from the flood. So anyway, so those are kind of background story. The reason I'm saying this at this time is you probably have more than one sound you gravitate toward. If you gravitate toward this panel, you are the hosting tribes where you are supposedly catering that 1 through 6. You're hosting. So you're hosting meaning you are responsible for yourself and others. You have a double mission and you're supposed to lead in that way. Now, that means you are better. You actually have more things to do for this incarnation. So likely food, I would imagine you like to teach, you like to help people, you tend to nurture or bring maybe stray cat, for example, I don't know. Just giving example. That's it's imprinted in your nature. Other things I need to tell, you may have a desire to go someplace. You just, I love that place. I really want to go. Because your DNA is calling. You're supposed to be there to, genetic assistant to the land, the ley line. So maybe that's why you don't know why. Because not everybody wants to go with you, right? Correct? To a particular place you have to go. You want to, you don't know why, and you feel so good about going there. But staying there, because your gene, your genetic, the line, gray line, your tribe is calling you back. Now, at this time, if you toward the end of your time, the ascension time, you will reunite the land, or you unite more of those tribes, under this tone. And then what happened is, as a collective, you become very powerful and strong. You could do something you couldn't do. You make things impossible become possible, and you make a place much better place to live. And then a lot of time, power elite worry about that happen, so they do everything to disassemble any of the gathering, the, maybe how small you maybe think, they are very sensitive to the energy peak. This is why long time ago, many of the gray line decided not to form big gathering, because become a target. So that now a lot of time it's a very small group going there, or happen to meet the place, and you feel very familiar with this person. I kind of feel I know you for a long time. That kind of feeling, but they never think deeper than that. Have you ever feel experience like it's supposed to be stranger, but you feel like a very like know this person for a long time? Makes sense?
Yes, that's happened to me.
Yeah,
Yes.
please tell.
Well, I mean, it's not only like a person, but even a place. Like I've been there before.
Mhm.
Um, and then what happened? I was thinking about that one day, and I was listening to some music, and there is a song that says it's like a deja vu. Like it's actually entitled "I've Been There Before" by Lisa Marie. And
Oh,
when I listen to that song, everything in that song is talking about reincarnation.
mhm.
And so, yeah, so that definitely is something that I'm sensitive to, having been to a place, or like you look at a person like, don't I know you? And I really don't. And so, yeah.
That's wonderful. I want you to kind of treasure that moment. And very rarely, from my experience, that they say, "Yeah, me too." And that's wonderful, isn't it? If the person also awakened enough to have that type of conversation. Some places happen more often than the other, I notice. But the people usually just chuckle and then that's it. But still, I think it's very important. It's wonderful that you have that experience, Brunetta.
E- even sometimes, like say that I meet somebody and we're doing something together, and it feels like I've done that before with
Uh-huh.
this person. I
Very,
really haven't, but this is so familiar,
yeah,
like I've done it before.
very good. So I think you heal a lot of part of yourself with Brunetta, or you already have been, that you are upper, like a lower chakra is already ascending. So you have a heightened sense that most people may not have yet. So my assumption is that you are probably the star seeds versus earth seeds. Those are the ones that usually carry the high coding. So you may have heard the word earth seed, star seeds. I don't know you do, but basically the people who are so-called star seed is the one that having additional the higher coding. So usually 7 through 12. I mean, if it's in a very flatly saying. So if you have and then if you're a star seed, usually you have some sound tone familiar from this side and then this side. And then what is kind of telltale sign is that you said something, right? 10 and 5, Melina. I think you said
so.
So that means you likely your collective is hosting this collective. So you are kind of both. You're responsible for this collective, and likely maybe some of the clients you come to seek you, or the place you visit, you're assisting them also with the sound tone of this. So you could take out what is a 5. But that's kind of this is a kind of interesting information. But what I'm going to tell you next is that because of Lionsgate, your energy is more powerful and you're running more high frequency, you're gonna be asked to do more stuff. And every time you feel resonate well with the geographic area you're standing upon or you're visiting a place that I feel like I've been here before. I feel like I'm supposed to do something here. It may have some kind of purpose, or I can't remember, blah, blah, blah. If you feel that kind of sensation, please say this tone right here, your tone. It's very simple. You don't need to sing all this song, which you can, just to make sure you cover everything. You could sing a whole this song. Or what you could just say, and then you repeat until you feel some resonance back. And feel it, saturate your embodiment. And that's doing such a great things for you and in the land and grid and the people who share your grid with.
Makiko,
Yes.
can you share the like song that was playing, or so
Oh.
that yeah,
It's
like
in the members page. Also, probably if you search the Spotify, what was that? One of the, you may be able to, somebody may have that PSONN of 12 tribes.
okay.
I didn't collect it so that it peaked 12 times here.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. You're supposed to sing 12 times to make it really powerful. So yeah, come, Connie. I think you could get in anytime. Just come in, and I think Kiwa download it. I'm pretty sure, but if you can't, let me know. Should be able to download. And this I have another link here. There's Rosalind Tobin. She has like almost like a church choir, the whole lot of those songs in a very professional recording setting. So you could hear her version here if you want.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Some people didn't want to forget at all that if you look at your name, you may see your name in here, So so how that spell, and then also how that the word, this is all, there's a meaning, there's a symbolic meaning. So how do you spell like Chris, for example, or Catherine? There's a two-way to spell. Okay, there's a C or K, right? Yeah. So the K is the original high coding. So it's spelled with a K, and then C is actually, even though sound the same, but it mean different. So whenever you say raw or RHA versus RA, it's supposedly different. So I just want to make sure. That's why I copy and paste it very carefully. Anyway, it's very powerful. I used to do the trail in the woods and used to sing this song, and like doing like a random word like that's another sound I really resonate well. Also da, ra for sure. So if I were like me, I listen to a lot of sound and it's very confusing. I just sing the whole song.
That's all basis.
Yeah, but it's nice. It's really nice to have a particular sound you really resonate well with. I feel like Maggie too. Home is always like feel very much home to me. So yeah, try those sound and check the geographical area and you see you just love those area, or some affiliation to that. And kind of nice to have those aha or confirmation. So I wanted to mention this again because of the Lionsgate open, and that is a time for a lot of people's that last I shouldn't say last call, like a first call up. Yeah, some people are gonna go up early, but if you're a star seed, likely you probably have to stay longer to, bring the read up. Marina said no. Anyway, just wanted to mention that. So we're gonna do this today now. I want you to make up your mind to find a one tone, and then we're gonna say same time. Okay, I'm gonna make one more time, a couple more time this sound. Now you open your eye and look at the master tone and remember the tone. And then after the song, we're gonna say that word together. Okay? The practice. Okay. Do you have the sound?
So I lied. 7 and 6 were the ones that resonated with me. I wasn't looking at this chart when I listened the last time. So I
Good.
don't, yep, that's just it was those two pieces. I thought it was one whole. I don't know.
So let's practice this. Pick the one master tone, and you're
Mhm.
gonna say the same time. I know Zoom gonna kind of erase or do something, but I will try. Okay.
Mhm.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
You too, issue.
All right. Now you could repeat the same tone or the second tone that you resonate well with. To decide. Okay, I think I do. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Raha.
You too.
A bit weak, but it's a practice.
Not ready to take the show on the road.
Play
Well,
it. Can we play it one more time?
yes.
Okay.
Let me put it in the beginning because I think they start a bit faster. All right. Okay. Aliazotara.
Mm.
Aliazotara. Zepadana toda. Mahutaku. Yuzuzenki. Chiazu.
Yeah.
I have to go down a notch. But it's funny because look like a China, right?
Mhm.
Oh, it's really high.
Me agree.
I always think that Mekra or some Agua, those name,
Mhm.
like that Oi. I love this Oi. Oi.
Mm.
Oi.
Mm.
Listen to Chinese theater, it's very high pitched. It's almost
Is that
annoying.
Yeah, I'm jealous. Yeah, I lost that
I'm
one.
not.
Okay. Maybe you can stay in a late at night. You don't want to hear that, yeah? Ramyana Siddhiva. It's very Indian expression, don't you think?
Like that.
Yana Shidvita Woom. That's a tongue twister, but I love it. I love the sound. Woom, woom. So I own a two etl EU. So it's elegant. Sounds like a Paris. but- No aguhalike. Okay. Ameka-san e to do. I love that. Ameka-san e
Why are they saying
to do.
K?
Because
you said
K,
Yeah, but the A,
K and an A.
yeah, but they're saying like K.
No. Uppercase is you have to say the letter.
I know, but
K.
you're saying so K,
K.
and you don't say the second one, not K.
That's
Kaya?
true, Kaya. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, okay.
Have to record yourself. Yeah. Maharibu L. Bruel. So A-L. E-L. Yeah. So I noticed a lot of things has an L on it and gel, something L, right? So it's but it's not from the beginning.
Oh,
To issue, I love this.
yeah, I like that one the best.
Yeah, I love
It's easier.
Yeah. I love this. To issue ear. I don't know. It's easier, but I like this sound. Let's say let's look at that one. Issue to issue. Stargate in code seed location and race Stargate 1, Arizona, USA Vortex 1, Native American, Q Site 1, Cyprus, Island in Mediterranean Sea, Australia, Turkey, Greece, and Antarctic. Yeah. Wow, everywhere.
That covers the whole thing.
Yeah, Atlantean period. Stargate 1 in Atlantean period. Magi indigo gray line, original blue and green eyed. Ooh, Australian what is that? How do you say this? Aborigine. Often red haired. Wow. So I think they still have a more relatively less mutated gene, I believe, and then they are able to do the circular breeding, right? That's what the geodo or whatever the interesting instrument they could play. And also they see the dream line or whatever the line that most of you can see, but they work on the tradition. They call us mutant, supposedly.
Because there's no differential in their bloodline. It's just been straight for centuries.
Blue and green eyed, often red haired.
They call you mutant?
Called us
People
mutant,
call me
yeah.
people.
We are mutants, yeah. But anyway, I don't know any of them. I read the book about them, but that's that. Very fascinating. So that's Okay, let's listen one more time. Okay. Do you have a favorite master tone. Okay, we're gonna try this, and then we just I know Zoom cancel. I'm gonna stay back, but we could do a little bit better.
You say
Let's
so.
let's a practice sound. So anybody has a favorite sound?
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Mm.
Oh my God, much worse than I before. I think people are thinking. All right. So
Mhm.
what if you don't feel comfortable, we could go the tone same time together, the same sound.
Okay,
All right.
that sounds good.
Let's go from the 12. 3, 2, 1. Ra. Da.
Mm.
It's really nice though, because it was a different tone, right? Even though the same. So that's nice. Key. Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
You.
Mm.
You.
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 Uh,
Do. Yeah.
You.
Uh,
The last one sounds very German.
Oh, you think
Little
so?
Guttural.
Okay.
Well,
I
that's the language is like that.
May-
you know?
maybe I think it's funny. EL like yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice sound though, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I guess so. You could I guess so. Yeah. I'm just curious. The what is the tribe too, right? EL.
we are having a lightning storm here now.
Oh,
where?
wow.
Where are you?
I'm only like 15 minutes from you. I'm in
Oh.
Meta, but the trees are shaking and the sky is bright.
Wow. It's a sign, Connie.
Thunder.
Is it raining?
I think so.
Yeah.
It is really going wild.
Yeah. Which sound did you make, Connie?
I did the sound.
Oh, UM. Okay. Wow. Do you know the lightning is abnormality between the dimension?
Well, the dimensions are rocking out there.
Or you did crack open something. All right, so that's kind of telling me that's probably a good time to close. But it was really fun, and then I hope you kind of do this time to time, and especially the sound you resonate well with. Maybe you want to visit. You may want to check into your lineage once more. All right, folks, thank you so much for coming.
So windy here. And I think it is raining just slightly, but it's like hurricane wind.
You're raining.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's a way I could flip it around. So you can see outside.
Like concrete out there.
I know the cranberry doesn't rain though. Usually they skip. They skip us usually. They're very dry here. Anyway, Connie, enjoy the rain.
Okay.
All right. Stay out of the lightning.
Yeah.
You don't need to be on it. All right, folks. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. And great to see you all. Good night.
So much.
Good night.
Mm.
Namaste.